I'm back. It's been about like 20 seconds. I'm not. Let me export that. Export it to YouTube. So I'm still just gathering stone. I've got to get more. You can see I'm at 139 at 250. So we'll get there eventually. His Majesty King Horse says this is a third-party year, I say. Yeah. You know, vote your conscience. I totally think you should vote however your conscience compels you to vote. I don't know. What are the viable... Well, there are no viable ones, but what are the third parties in America that are relevant? You got the Libertarians. They're on the ballot in a bunch of states, right? But not too many, but at least half, right? I don't think there's a... Is there even a Green Party on the ballot right now? Because the American Green Party, it had like a peak in the early 2000s, and then I don't think it's really come back since then, right? I used to be involved with the Green Party at a local level back in my in the town I went to college. So there's a Libertarians. There might be like an American values, like a kind of a farther right party as well on some ballots. Here in the state I'm in, the third party is it's kind of like a faux troll party for marijuana legalization. Like it's like there might even be two of them. There's like a reform marijuana party and then like a legalized marijuana party. And I say troll because the Democratic Party in my state supports marijuana legalization. Probably would have passed it already had the Republican Party of my state not opposed it. And the Republican Party controls the Senate. So those marijuana policy parties, of course, they have no chance of actually getting a majority in the House or the Senate. So they're not really a substantive vote from the single issue voter. We're gonna have to run up to the tent after this rock and have another map try to pass the night away. There's a torch mechanic. I actually haven't used it yet. I don't think it's great. I think my tent is on this hill. Majesty King Horse supports marijuana legalization as long as it is in public. Because if I get secondhand, then I'll fail drug tests. Yeah. Insurance concerns are a big thing stopping people from smoking marijuana or even agreeing with marijuana rights. And I think that's what you're talking about there. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people who have that same or similar scenario. Everybody in a federal government job, for example, who say a postal office worker who goes out and collects mail and delivers mail. If they were to get into a fender bender or a small accident in their mail truck, they would immediately be tested for drugs and alcohol to help determine insurance liability for the post office. And if they tested positive for marijuana, they would almost certainly be fired, and any damage caused in that accident would likely be end up being their responsibility. And that's one of the places we're at with marijuana legalization, is that some states have legalized marijuana consumption, but other laws have not caught up. And banking and insurance are two particular places where marijuana laws are not on the same page with other regulations. It's a bit of a problem. I support legalization because several reasons, but primarily because I support people's right to do whatever they want as long as it doesn't harm other people. As a kind of greater principle. By that manner, I actually support the legalization or decriminalization of basically every drug out there that's not totally synthetic. Some of those synthetic substances are extremely dangerous, but your derived or refined substances tend to be more social harm than personal. That's not either nor there. We're not trying to get into a legalized marijuana or other debate. Just talking about some stuff that's happening in the world. I don't know. The Democrats in my state have promised that they will pass a legalization bill if they get power in both houses and the governorship. I trust them to do that. However, my state notoriously has what is regarded as the worst medical marijuana rules of any state currently. Now that might be I brought up the Steam overlay. That might be attributable to that Republican interference, and it might not. I haven't lived here long enough to know. What's up? This guy's an unknown settler. Hi, I'm the big one. What do you want? You want to make a pie. He has meat, flour, and vegetables. I need a berry. Hey, I got a berry for you. Bam, we're friends. He gave me experience and gold. All right, I'll see you later. Unknown settler. Hey, what's up? I can't give you meat because that's going to take forever. Hunting is actually quite hard. I really think it needs to be balanced. So I've made the planks for this, right? So I can add planks to this building now, but I don't have the treated stone. I should be able to build a stone treating industrial building here in a second. Thank God I've tuned up these mechanics, because sitting here and pressing E is not exactly the most compelling gameplay. But hey, it's hard to complain when the game gives you the power to change it, right? The game has said to me, hey, you might find this a little long. It's fun the first couple times to go and gather the resources and take the long road up. But it's perhaps less action-packed than I'd like. So I've been playing this. I've been playing Mount & Blade, of course. It's a game I will play quite a bit. Let's see, I don't want to craft. I wanted to go to here and build this now. So this is the building that I can make treated stone at. I don't really have a strong opinion about where this should be right now, because I don't really actually have a town. I'm just going to tuck it in back here. This is like the back lot of the city hall. And you can see, as I was putting that down, you could see a little sign on the side. And I can actually sell this building to a person who wants to run a shop. We'll see if we can do that once we've used it a little bit. We'll see what we can get. Right, so I've been playing Mount & Blade, which is a great game. It's a somewhat limited in gameplay because there's really, only a handful of mechanics that the game has. You see that little sign there. So first I want to craft some treated stone. I don't want to craft too many treated stone. I'm just going to craft, I believe I need 10 to complete the city hall. And I'm going to try to sell it too. It's for sale. And yeah, I need these 10. Now someone might buy that from me. It'll show up in the right. It doesn't make a big deal of it. It just suddenly drops a bunch of money in your account. Okay, I'm almost done with the city hall. Be ready for it to magically appear complete. There we go, bam. Alright, so if you check this out now. It's a pretty detailed building, right? It's pretty big. If I go inside here, the doors are a little wonky. This room, it has an interface on this table for crafting. It's a little weird, frankly, that's where you can cook. You can also cook at some of these other places here, like this one here. This has also got all the cooking thing. This is a storage box. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. It's just a dumb prop. If you go upstairs here, go up here onto floor 2. This is like an office, and from here, I can make those law changes, but I can also assign people jobs. And I'm not going to do it yet because I'll explain later, but I can drop down these boxes here and make them counselor, tax collector, general, ambassadors, or make them members of the militia. And I can also see, of course, who they are. And I haven't met these two guys, right? So they're unknown. I can change the tax rate here. And I can equip guards and like choose the level of equipment I'm going to work with for them. Those are a little bit more detailed than the ones I had access to before. Now, I haven't really explored many of this city hall mechanics, which is part of the reason I was doing that today. Yeah, politics and destroy. So obviously I don't want to destroy it. Okay, this is how you get into war with other people, I see. So I don't actually know about any other settlements, so I couldn't do that now if I wanted to. It's too soon anyways, right? It's too soon. Let's go back downstairs. The next thing I want to build here is I want to build the bunkhouse. Which is where is it? I'm not sure that there's a real point of building the bunkhouse right now, relative to like starting to build houses and selling those. But I'm gonna build the bunkhouse anyways, so I can have a place to sleep that doesn't belong to somebody else. I'd really like a mechanic that let me put this in a straight line automatically, like a snap to. But it doesn't exist as far as I can tell. Maybe I'll send the developer a note about a snap to mechanic. I want to make nice, neat towns. Like, you know, I feel like I'm a kind of an old school city builder fan in that regard. I'm gonna play some pixel straight so we can have a nice straight road and get a nice like little Roman layout, you know? I'm gonna need to make some more planks. Probably gonna need to spend some time gathering more food as well, because I really haven't gathered much, and I don't really have I think I just have a few berries. How many more planks do I have? Oh, I have a whole bunch. I have 94, so I can complete this, which is good. It's interesting that you just kind of walk up and hold E. Maybe interesting is the wrong word. Maybe it's not interesting. Because I'm literally just pressing the E key, and I've opened up YouTube on my other monitor, and I'm gonna go like schedule a video release right now. I've been inadvertently doubling video uploads to YouTube recently. I'm not sure that's me doing that. I'm pretty sure that's Twitch doing it. Let's set this for noon today. If you missed it this morning, I did my little talk show that takes about 10 minutes called 10,000 Hours Ranting. I do it every Friday morning at about 7:45 a.m. where I talk for, I don't know, less than 10 minutes about video game news. I spent a little bit of time writing, 4 or 5 topics. This morning, one of the things I talked about, you can see this is the bunkhouse now. So it's not sellable. It doesn't have a little posted sign on the front. Let's build a sellable building. We got a bunch of stuff in our inventory. Let's build, I think this 2-story one's kind of ugly, or 3-story. Let's build this 2-story wooden house, right? And let's just slap it down right here. I don't think you'd want to live next to the bunkhouse. I feel like that feels like a really, like this is a bad neighborhood, right? Let's go and we're gonna build on that. And one of the things we talked about was NBA 2K being full of ads. It's a $60 game, as all those premium titles, sports games are. But it's got like unskippable ads in the build up to the game, like where you've selected the team you're going to play, or if you're playing in the league format where the team is like, being shown to you. It's got unskippable video ads. It's inconceivable to me how abusive these I scheduled this one. How awful these companies have become with their advertisements in the games. It's so bad, and they're just like continued like leeching of money too. Like that game also has like microtransactions and macrotransactions. Like, so you can buy coins in game and like use it to undo card packs and shit. It's like, how many more like exploitative mechanics do you need? Like, what's the point? After a certain point, why do you need to keep dragging money out of a title? This is really weird. What day is it? It's the 23rd. Yeah. All right, it's done. So this is a basic house, basically. It's not quite basic, but... And you can come into this house, you can craft it. It looks like that texture hasn't loaded all the way. You can go upstairs, and you can have a nap. And that's really all that's to these... All that is in these places. But... The whole point of building this isn't to live here. I don't need to live here. Someone else needs to live here. And as you can see, I just put it for sale. And somebody bought it. There you go. Arlie bought it. And I've got 1,175 gold. Now, who's this? It's unknown. Hey, what's up? You need berries. Yeah, I can get you a berry because I have one in my inventory. All right. Now, what can you teach me? They can teach me Scrivener, which is like an XP bonus. So I just got a bunch of money. Now I got an XP bonus. Now that cost a lot of money to do, but building the house is all it took to make that money. So let's clear out a couple more rocks here just for neatness. I'm gonna try to build a road down this little lane I'm constructing here. The game puts down roads. It kind of like drops roads in the world once there is more than one settlement. And you'll see it hasn't done it yet, but it will do this little thing where it we're gonna get like right here at this step. It'll do this little thing where it stops the game for a second while it calculates the position of those roads. So we're gonna go like right there or so. I think that's roughly parallel. It's just gonna have to do. We're gonna walk up to it and we're gonna hold down the E key while I continue yakking about shit. So we're constructing the town. This is this house is gonna be worth less, but I want a little kind of variation in the roof height and stuff. Again, I've cranked the building speed and the resource collection speed because the game can get a bit slow, and I want it to be at least somewhat entertaining. Plus, I've already done it. I've already put the 15 hours in the low level building of the game, and while I think it's a good distraction, it's perhaps not the most compelling content ever created. Plus, the sliders are in the game because the dev clearly did not decide, oh, this is the only way to tune the resources. They wanted to let you decide. All credit to them for doing so as well. Because I really think that games like Ark or Conan Exiles that let you tune how quickly you get resources are much appreciated, right? It's like kind of you go back to this like old school Minecraft mechanic where you gotta spend 8 hours collecting all the stone you need to build your house. There was that roads calculated. Do you think it built a road by us? No, I don't think it did. Did anybody buy this yet? No, I did. I forgot to put it for sale. Let's see. It'll sell real quick. $650. Scally bought it. All right, so let's build a 3-story here. I don't like the looks of this building, but I want to, I'm trying to vary the roofs, like I said. I want to leave a little bit of room between them because otherwise they get a little kind of glitchy and like stuck. That looks roughly parallel. What do you think? Sure, why not? Now I need 30, 30, and 5. I'm pretty sure I have that. Yep. I don't have that in planks, so let me make a few planks. We'll craft 50 of them. And then we'll just sit here and grind this down. So building houses and selling them. You can do this in your own settlement, or you can go to a settlement that the AI NPCs found, and you can build houses there and sell them to people. Or you can help people build their houses, and it'll build your friendship with them. I find both of those mechanics like really interesting. You know, it's maybe, like I said, not the most compelling gameplay to just sit here and hold down a button. But building up your little town like this is interesting, in my opinion. A new neighbor there just appears to be hitting his door with a hammer. Interesting choice. He's coming this way. He's coming this way. Excuse me, sir. How are you doing today, neighbor? Let's see. Oh, excuse me. You shoved me. That was not appreciated. Thanks. He pushed me. He pushed me. That was rude. You can see the quantities of resources going up. Like, I'm slowly building this building. Now I've got, after I sell this house, I'll have a bunch more money, and I'll try to skill up a little bit more. Maybe I can skip some of the resource collection, but I actually need more wood anyways. Because I got a lot more buildings that I want to build. I want to build the carpenter's shop. I want to build the blacksmith. I want to build a bunch more houses. And I want to build the walls, because there's like settlement walls you can add. I want to try to get, I'm not sure I'll be able to do it today, but I want to try to get into the warfare mechanics and see how they work. I know there's like a siege mechanic, and like you can get troops, and you can arm them, and like I've seen armies walk across the map. Like I've seen like packs of men and women with swords walk around the map. So this is the 3rd story hybrid stone and wood build. Go in here, there's storage, and part of the reason I don't like this build is it's so kind of claustrophobic and thin. In a bedroom. Now I could keep this house for myself, but why? I'll sleep on a bunk. I'll go up in my tent and sleep up there, but I will sell it, and someone will buy it. What do you think? A 2-story next to it? Or maybe another 3-story, give it more kind of urbanness. Oh, have I unlocked the stone ones yet? No. Let's not do a 3, because I think that's will look too samey. Let's do a 1 right next to it. This is like a horizontal 1. I don't really like this building either, but now, you know, I'm just trying to eyeball it. I don't know. I really like a snap to. I don't like that. It's too crooked. I need a torch, right? So I take the torch out. I put on my robe and wizard hat. And I hit X. I didn't actually use any resources there, so I'm not sure why you need a crunching noise. All right. Let's see. Is that a little bit straighter? It's not. It's also too close to the city hall. You know, I'm always oppressing people in this stream. I'm always trying to make them stay straight and be in a straight line. Okay. We wanted to put it back further because of it's getting too close to the front porch there. So let's build this one real quick. Did I sell that one? Yeah, there's definitely a guy working on that 3-story house. So I sold that one too. So I must have a couple thou in my inventory. Oh, you can see the ship from here. It's a port town, Horsonia. It's the port capital of Twitchonia, which is the island name. Horsonia is the kingdom and city name. Now that guy has some weird facial hair. Normally I wouldn't comment that in real life, but honestly it put me off a little bit. Weird, kind of like patches under his chin. Well, yeah. He looks like the kind of guy who might, get a neck tattoo and, I don't know, play professional soccer. Speaking of professional soccer, Manchester United beat PSG this week, and oh boy, was that fun. So this is a really simple house. I'm in his house. Took it right away. No complaints there, though. Excuse me, sir. All right. Let's see. How much do I have? I have 3,400 in my inventory. Let's find a person and level up a skill. Hello, sirs, ma'am? Hello? Anyone around? This town does have some residents, I swear. They're probably off gathering, which I should be doing too, because I actually I'm at pretty high hunger there. I'll just eat this raw wheat. Nice. It's porridge. It's porridge. Svenky, what's up? He can't teach me anything. And he's repeated that. Alright, Svenky, weird facial hair guy. Where is anybody, Svenky? I don't see any of the town residents. There's a couple. Just kind of wandering around the beach aimlessly looking for, what's that famous Sappho aphorism? If you are squeamish, do not prod the beach rubble. He wants wood. Okay, I've got wood. I got wood, if you know what I'm saying. Eiligur. He can't teach me anything, though. What's up, Venny? I don't want to give you meat. What can you teach me? Nothing. Bunch of noobs. Can't teach me anything. There's another noob up here. They're all taking their torches out. Scully, no, I'm not bringing you meat. What can you teach me? You can teach me the next level of XP gain, which is Scroll Master. I don't need that. It's also very expensive. Let's go talk to this person here. Hulder. How you doing, Hulder? It's nice to see you. You want some wood? Sure, I got your wood right here, Hulder, if you know what I'm saying. Can you teach me? Also Scroll Master. I don't actually need Scroll Master. Thanks, Hulder. I can see another resident in the distance. We're gonna have to go build up the herb score so we can get a farm down and stuff. Hey, it's me. Nice to meet you. I got a berry right here for you, if you know what I'm saying. What can you teach me? He can teach me Scroll Master. Okay, this is that's gotten a bit annoying. Everybody's offering to teach me the same skill. I don't want it. What I would take archery now, that would be great. I would take blacksmithing, that would be excellent. Okay. There's a person there. Let's go get that person. What else could I take? I would take the next carpenter skill. That would be nice. It'd be cheap for me. Brookier. I'm not giving you any meat, Brookier. What can you teach me? Blacksmith. Awesome. I have enough. Yeah, next level blacksmith. Sure. I don't have enough for that, I'm pretty sure. So she used some of my perk points. I don't have enough for that. And gave me some blacksmith skills. Which are here. So that unlocked the smithy, which is a building that obviously lets you make iron weapons and armor and stuff. If there was like an ideal scenario, I think I would get the bakery next. But I also need to personally unlock the herbalism stuff, which I haven't done yet, have I? Where is it? Here, gardener. So I can get a farm going. So I need to... It's getting kind of late, actually. Where is my tent? Is it gone? It seems to me... No, it's down there. Okay, so let's go up. Okay, got a road calculation there. Ah, this question mark that's been haunting us on this map. Looks like it's a ruin. Hidden here in these trees, it's a ruin. Now, I'm not sure ruins are working right. Because I visited a ruin yesterday. And oh, there's some food crops right here. Potatoes. Potatoes. Boil them. Smoke them, mash them. Put them in a stew. Okay. You can eat those raw. You shouldn't eat potatoes raw in real life. Let's go in here. Enter cave. Whoa. Alright. So the last time I was in one of these, there was some iron about. You can't mine these crystals. There was some iron around, but that was really it. And there was no treasure, but I got the impression there's supposed to be treasure. I'm gonna take this pick out. Oh, I thought I could have. It's plenty bright in here, I guess. That's just a. It's a mushroom. I can't get that either. Let me take out the torch. It'll be a little bit brighter. So, you know, it doesn't look like a cave so much as it looks like a mine or a construction. You know, like an ancient Dragger fortress. Alright, so this is what I ran into in the other cave. This is like an iron ore deposit. You know, so I got some iron ore there. I think this is this one too? Yeah. There's another bridge. It's like it's randomly generated this cave and it's just dropped pieces in together. But yeah, see here, this is like a dead end. I can't do anything with it. There's no treasure. That's it. I think there's supposed to be like a treasure chest there or something. There isn't one. I suspect I'll die if I fall down there, so I'm not going to do it. Or be stuck. They have integrated... It's funny. The best tip you can get for this game from the dev is that if you press F6, it'll move you a little bit. It's like the old fix me command in the Bethesda game engine, where if you get stuck behind a rock or something, you can just type fix me and it'll move you just like a few inches or a few feet. So yeah, there was no treasure in there, and I get the feeling there was supposed to be treasure in there, and also maybe monsters or bad guys or something. Like, I think that was supposed to be a little dungeon run, but instead all I found were a couple iron nodes, and that's it. And maybe even they're supposed to like auto refill, but it doesn't seem to be implemented or working. I'm not sure which one is which though, because it could easily just not be implemented, right? So a little time has passed. Can I find my tent? I think that's probably the closest thing from here. Is an azalea. I think I'd really rather pass the night than wander around the woods. I'm a little afraid of bears as well, real life and in game. It's definitely bear weather outside. There's a lot of snow. Some crazy horses doing some crazy things. Yeah, there's my tent. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Horse. I could have built another one, I guess. You only need a couple logs to do it. Could have built a tent closer to the resources. I'm just going to turn around and go get. So I need to do more harvesting. What's up, dude? Unknown settler. Hi, I'm sorry to be on top of you. Nice to meet you. Do I have a berry? Yes, I have a berry. Nice. What do you teach? You teach butcher. This is good. Butcher 1, for some reason, unlocks the bakery. So as soon as I unlock gardener, I might need the second level herbalist gardener. I'll be able to build a farm, an actual farm bed, a crop field, and then a bakery, and I can make a mill. I think. Oh yeah, so mill is behind herbalist is what it is. So I'll need the next level too. So I can make bread, and bread helps your needs quite a bit. I want to build a little shop too, and see how the shop mechanics work, because I've sold stuff to shops, but not really sold stuff in shops. Again, this game is $6 on Steam right now, and I want to know, how most people feel about their gameplay value. But in the last hour and a half here, I've already had $6 of funds. We can make meat pies out of citizens. That's definitely what we can do. We could take all these people coming off the boat and eat them. I mean, they've got Finnish names, but they could be I'm cranking up that herbalist skill. When you get a certain level of herbalist, you can combine the Boston ferns with azaleas and make medicine. I don't think that works in real life. No herbalist in real life, but in game it definitely works. It's a little hard to spot some of these things sometimes. Like I see that wheat there, but I feel like you gotta really have an eye for it, because like I know I've like passed up like onions and cucumbers and stuff. And I try not to eat the berries because nobody ever asks me for wheat, but they do ask me for berries on quests, and it seems like pretty easy to just keep a few berries in your inventory and satisfy a few quests. That's an azalea, please. Azalea? Azalea? There we go. Oh, see, I missed this berry. We're 40 of 100. We want to get to 100 there so we can build the mill. And we'll have a mill and a farm and a bakery and a farm plot. Maybe 2 farm plots. And then we're going to make a little store, and we're going to try to sell bread in the store. Maybe you can sell bread in the bakery. I've never actually built the bakery. One of the things that's actually annoyed me about the game is there's this kind of like settler aspect, right? Like, because I can go do this herbalist thing real quick, I can unlock the ability to build a farm and a mill and a farm plot. But if I build a farm, I can't build that well that marks a settlement in like a certain radius of it. So even though farms obviously need water, the well is a marker for a settlement, and farms have to be away from settlements. Like they're meant to be like rural outposts. I think that's a little weird, especially considering, you know, towns need food. But you can do the opposite. You can build a farm inside a city. Ah, so somebody's bought a house there from me. That's good. I didn't realize it hadn't been bought. I just kind of assumed it had been bought already. I do want to build some more. I need to harvest some more wood as well, because I think I'm actually pretty low in wood already. I have a ton of stone, I know that. I got 500 stone, but I only have 259 logs. That sounds like a lot, but it doesn't feel like much. I'm at 67 of 100 on the herbalist skill. I haven't got eaten by a bear just yet. Which I always feel is a success. Not being eaten by a bear, in-game or IRL. That's a tree. That's some berries. I like how the plants are different sizes. Like they're not always the exact same plant. Though it does appear to be the same plant scaled up and down for what it's worth. That's still, I think that's it's good. It hides it. I was reading earlier versions of this game clearly didn't have all this grass around, and there's some complaints on the Steam forums about all the grass, but I think it would look kind of weird. So the game just built some more roads. Maybe we can see where they built them. If you zoom out here, sometimes you can see. This map needs a lot of work, in my opinion, because there, yeah, see, there's a road right there. Now we haven't seen it, but that likely means that there's a settlement there and there, and possibly more. And there's a road there. I think that's a road there as well. We should try to check those out. Maybe we'll try that in a day or so. Got to try to stay on track with this herbalist skill, so we can build a farm and get some food production going. Doesn't actually seem as of yet that there's like a your people will starve mechanic. It seems like they just kind of wander around and maybe don't need food. But I need food. The PC needs food. The player needs food. So it's definitely a useful thing for me. Plus I just like a little farmhouse, you know. Also there's a bed in it. and I don't have to sell the farm. I can keep it for myself, and I can not live in the bunkhouse anymore. Because living in the bunkhouse is not exactly a luxurious experience. Lots of shady stuff going on in that bunkhouse. Aha, peppers. They look like bell peppers, but every time I see the word pepper, I think cayenne pepper, which is reference to a cooking show from like the 80s. The Cajun Chef. It was on PBS. I don't know if the guy made any good food because I was very young, but I remember him and being kind of like a slightly overweight 80-year-old. Alright, so what did I unlock? I unlocked Herbalist, which is the windmill, and the farmhouse in the garden, and there's nothing at the next level, so I don't ever need to go there. We've got enough wood right this second, so let's run back to our house. You can see a few roofs poking out in the distance. It's nice and picturesque. Hopefully our town doesn't get inundated by a high tide. That wouldn't be good. Let's take a breath. Limping back towards Horsonia. You can build your stamina bar. There is a thing for it, but I don't think I've gotten any points. Let's see. Where is it here? Is it, no, that's Butcher. Not Archer, Swordsman. No. Here, it's Traveler. Somehow I only have 2 of 25 despite all my running around. I feel like I should have gotten more. It changes your movement speed and your location discovery radius, which is like when those question marks pop up. So I haven't done that yet though. I feel like I should get those points for sprinting and wandering around. But that maybe doesn't exist. There's a bison. I should probably try to build a carpenter's shop as well. Excuse me, sir. You'd never walk that close to a bison in real life. It would murder you. They're vicious, dumb creatures. So somebody bought this is what the last house was. It was Eiligur bought the stone cutter. That doesn't seem to affect me at all. I can still come in here and make treated stone. Somebody else built a town. And it got to nighttime. Let's pop in the back door here of the bunkhouse. What's up, bunkhouse mates? Don't touch me while I'm sleeping. I will cut you. Alright. It's raining again. Let's see. Alright. I think out back of these guys here, right? Out back here. We're going to build a couple buildings in the food chain here. We're going to start with a farmhouse. And we're just going to snap it right there. So I'm going to name this farm, what should we name this farm? It does work a little bit like it does look a little bit like a Wild West city, but I think that's mainly because of the buildings I've selected to build. There's even more kind of like woody ones. We're going to name this farm Shady Acres. And let's go ahead and finish it real quick. Sit here and hold the E key. That is, bison are dangerous, and that's why we killed most of them. Though we're kind of like reintroducing them, right? No, I think we killed most of them for delicious bison meat and warm and woolly bison skin, as it were. Probably like bison balls or something too. Used as aphrodisiacs or hallucinogens or something. If you grind up bison nuts and smoke them, you'll find God. That's what I heard once. I actually never heard that. And also, I wouldn't recommend you do it. I don't recommend you do that. I could have sworn I exported this, but it's just not here. So let me export it. I completed the farmhouse. It's a cute little farmhouse. It has a seed crafting bench. Yeah? It has storage. and then it has a cooking. For some reason, these kitchen tables are cooking, and then it has a little bed. So we've got that. So let's build a farm field right next to it. Just build a little. You probably wouldn't want to grow on sand. Just saying. But you know, it's a different world. Maybe there's higher fertility and growth in sand. I guess you I guess it depends on the nutrients and the type of thing you're growing. I've eaten bison before, says His Majesty King Horse. The only cost, $1 more per pound than beef. Doesn't taste much better, but you know. If I buy meat, it's mostly pork or chicken, to be honest. Cheaper. Yeah. I don't buy much meat, though I do enjoy it, because my wife is a pescatarian. I need to make some more planks. So my wife is a vegetarian who also eats fish. A lacto-ovo fish vegetarian. Which is not a vegetarian at all, but anyway, she doesn't eat red meat or anything. So I do occasionally buy like burgers or something. Just the other night, I actually had delivery of a burger from a place down the street. And where I live is has a very large, as far as they go, agricultural university. And they produce cows and pigs and etc. And you can buy meat from them. In the restaurant that I want to make about 15 seeds. The restaurant I ordered from the other night gave me a beef burger made from those cows, and it was the best beef I've had in quite a long time. I was actually really impressed by the quality of this normal restaurant cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger. It was delicious. So I've loaded that full of wheat. My wife doesn't care what other people eat. She became like a vegetarian as a child, with a probably not the most refined or reasonable sense. A lot of people become vegetarians when they're kids. And that's just what she eats now. I don't think she would enjoy meat, to be honest with you, anymore. I think people's stomachs adjust to their diet pretty readily. So we eat a lot of cheese and a lot of bread products in this house. I'm gonna put this as the mill. I'm gonna put this down right about there, I think. And then we're going to sit here and pound on it with the hammer. I mean, you eat what you want. I mean, there's a lot of room for different diets. We should try to minimize the overall environmental impact from our eating. Yeah, cheese and bread, obviously. Cheese is really fantastic. I love cheese. I buy cheese in bulk. My fridge, I have 8 pounds of cheese in my fridge right now. I enjoy cheese. It's the good cheese, and I only get it at one store, so I have to get it. The best thing about cheese, right, is that it allows you to have milk, proteins, and fats stored longer, right? It's and that's why it's so essential, as you mentioned, to military or even any kind of extended living scenario, because it's a great way to preserve those foods. That's why butter's great too, right? Because milk goes bad much faster than butter or cheese. Bam! The mill is done. So you go into the mill, you don't actually go into it. It's funny, it's got this little broken step. You just press E on it, and you drop your wheat in there, and you can see it clicking away. It'll make flour. So the next thing I think I want to build here is the bakery. So let's see, I've never built the bakery. It's not at the end of the farm chain. It's like a shop, right? Is this it here? Yeah, the bakery. So we're not gonna build it out there. I think I'll flip it around and try to build it. I'll try to build it in line with the back of this house here, and kind of like a second row, right? This looks straight, and I'm gonna move it back here. Like that. Let's see, is that about right? I think that'll do. I think that'll do. So we're gonna need more planks. So let's craft those real quick. Let's just craft a bunch more planks. No, that wasn't enough. Alright. Let me get those in. I'll be back in just 1 second.